What's up, folks? You live with Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast hip hop. It's Tuesday, y'all, and we're back again. Like I say every week, y'all, from the West Coast to the East Coast and everything in between, folks. You're live with Lonzo, the Godfather, West Coast hip hop, and my boy, Dusty Vision. What's up, Dusty One?
What up, my man? How you feeling today, Playboy?
Man, I'm doing what I do.
Man, you've been a busy man this week, dude.
You know what, man? Sometimes it just falls like that, dude.
Yeah.
I had a chance to meet Les, and she said, Lonzo, I'd love to do your show, but I'm only available at 11 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, cool, let's do this.
Hell yeah. That's the great part of and that's the great part about having it at your house is you could do it on the fly.
Yes, it is. I ain't got to go to no studio. I can walk in the backyard, hit about 4 switches, and I'm on the air, Doc. So that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, man. Dope, dude. Keep it up, man. And thank you to all the new subscribers. I know this past week we've gotten a lot of new subscribers based on an interview that you did earlier this week. We'll talk about that later because there's so much to talk about. But before we get started, we got to, give a shout out, a rest in peace to an innovator in hip hop, someone who was singing on tracks before singing on tracks was a thing. He took so many risks back in the day. I'm obviously talking about the late Biz Markie.
Yeah, man. It was sad to see it happen, man. This brother, he didn't make 60, man. And I think that's something that hip hop needs to take a look at, is health. We do a lot of smoking and drinking and shooting. And, he died from a natural cause. I think he had strokes, right? Heart issues, or diabetes, something like that. And
diabetes, yeah.
And that's something we have to start taking into consideration, folks. Hip hop been around for 40 years. That means if you was 10 years old when we first heard the first hip hop record, your ass is 50. You got an AARP card, okay? Rappers Delight is part of the oldie but goodie. So is the break. So is everything I ever did. And at some point in time, you got to realize, man, there's some things more important than turning up, okay? One of them is taking your ass to bed.
Exactly. Getting some sleep. Drink water.
Drink some motherfucking water, okay? Drink some water. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound bougie as hell. I've actually learned to tell the difference between water.
I'm right there with you.
Aftertaste to it, okay? I didn't think it did. I didn't realize that until I actually started just drinking more water and drinking different types of water, okay? Arrowhead, not my favorite, okay? But there's 7-Eleven in the big blue bottle. I love that shit, man. The big open, big wide mouth. I'll knock out one of them in a couple of sips. But I just noticed when it goes down, it's not so much the taste, it's the aftertaste.
Yeah,
all they do is water to the rest of the day, and I drink their water. Man, I'm just like, oh, this shit is nasty. Okay, it was nasty. It was, it wasn't the initial going down. Like I said, it was the aftertaste. And here lately, man, a buddy of mine turned me onto that Voss water, VOSS, and I've been drinking Voss. So that's shit. And I ain't getting denied. It's expensive.
Yeah.
But that's shit.
Yep. Voss and Alkaline. I definitely recommend Alkaline. Most. Yeah, keep that nearby, man.
The one I'm talking about, 7-Eleven, it's Alkaline Water too. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Unfortunately, they don't have any taste to it, but I mean, the taste, the fact that it don't have a taste to it, makes it even better.
Facts. Did you ever run across Biz Markie, or do you have any Biz Markie stories?
Never had the pleasure, Doc. Never had the pleasure. I think he and I were in the same room a couple times, but I never shook his hand, man. I never had the opportunity. I always referenced him though, because when Easy did his first demo of Boys in the Hood, it was a big joke about him doing that. Oh, he can't rap, he voice time too squeaky, blah blah blah. And I used one of Big Markie's songs as an example of the possibilities of hip hop at that time. And at that time, one of his big records on the radio was called Pickin' Boogers.
Yep.
Pickin' Boogers. And I said, man, if somebody can get paid for making a song about picking boogers, he can get paid for Boys in the Hood. But ain't nobody gonna tell you that story but Lonzo. That's real talk.
Let me ask you, because take yourself back to, I think it came out in 1987. Let's go 1988. But the song Just a Friend, a very cutting edge song at the end. Rappers were not singing back then. Take yourself to being a music executive and someone brings you this song that says, you got what I need, but you say he's like, what are you thinking in 1987, 88 as a record exec?
Well, you know what? Back then, you have to understand, everybody had a gimmick. If you brought me the song by itself, I might have passed. But if you brought him and bring his whole act to the meeting, I might have got it. Fat Boy, same thing. You know, Fat Boy's music was dope. But if you brought the Fat Boys without the music, it might not have went as well for them. Okay? So
or vice versa, yeah.
Yeah. So you have to understand that back then in the early 80s, people were into a lot more gimmicky stuff, a lot more catchy stuff. Everybody was trying to find their place, and because there was nobody really to compare Biz Markie to, other than Rakim, we knew he wasn't Rakim. Okay, we knew he wasn't Mo D. So he was like a novelty act. They called him the Clown Prince of Rap, the Clown Prince of Rap, hip hop. Okay, and it was like a novelty thing, and you know it was cool, and he got away with it. Okay, he got away. I mean, it worked for him. I ain't gonna say he got away. It worked for him.
Yeah. If someone else did it, it wouldn't have worked. If like an attractive dude did it that didn't have big lips and gap teeth and this goofy kind of no disrespect obviously to him, but if someone else did it, you got what it wouldn't work. But when you see him in the video and he's dancing, he has the dookie rope on, but he's kind of a goofy dude. You're like, oh, it makes sense.
Right. Okay. It's like that guy that from the neighborhood, everybody like him, but he got a crush on the finest girl in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? He got a crush on the finest girl in the neighborhood, but he kind of dorky, blah blah blah, and she don't pay him no attention. But everybody else, you know, they kind of laugh at him. But you know, she's still cool with him. She ain't gonna crush him because he ain't got nothing coming. But he still got the right to ask. Okay.